morning. Welcome. It is March 22nd. It's Thursday morning. I'm Andrew, and I'm on my own. And I'm in our new kitchen, which is located just outside our studio doors, which are over that way somewhere. And the reason I'm in the kitchen this morning is because my coffee has just finished, or the kettle just boiled, and I'm hanging with tiredness this morning. So it was just easier to do it here. But this is our lovely kitchen, and it's yellow. Now, weather-wise this morning, what's that saying again? Red sky in the morning, shepherd's warning. Well, there was a bit of a red sky behind me as I was heading in earlier, which means we are going to get rain. And I checked the weather forecast, and that's exactly what we're expecting. Very heavy band of rain is expected across parts of the county from this morning on. Now, it's not bad out there right now. It's actually not too bad. It's dry. It's not particularly cold, but we are expecting some of those heavy showers. And top temperatures later on of 8 to 10 degrees, all right? Now, papers this morning. The Examiner leads with cab raids on tech firm in Dublin. And also half of Fianna Fáil TDs vote against the 8th referendum. There was a vote in Dáil Éireann yesterday as the debate over the repealing of the 8th referendum continued. And they showed that over half of the Fianna Fáil TDs in particular decided to vote against Micheál Martin. So that could be bad news for him. And there's a picture of some children on the front page as well who celebrated Down Syndrome Day yesterday, World Down Syndrome Day, wearing their mismatched socks. Quite cool, actually. And our own Brendan Fuller did that as well yesterday. That's also on the front page of the Irish Examiner this morning. The Mirror leads with Ant McPartlin dashes to rehab after being charged with drink driving. And it was also revealed yesterday that Deck will present Saturday Night Takeaway on his own. Now, it's not on this Saturday as far as I know. It still is off. But the second last episode will go ahead on the 31st of March. And then the last episode, which they had planned to do from Orlando and Florida, with loads of their viewers and fans and so on, that will still go ahead. Now, they're saying Deck will do it on its own. I assumed someone like Holly Willoughby might be stepping in, or Steve Mulhern, who's already on the show. But apparently Deck will do it on his own, with the help of others, I would imagine. But that's on the front page of most of the tabloids this morning. As is this story: families forced to flee huge fire at Metro Hotel in Ballymun, Dublin, as flames engulf upper floors. It's one of the trends in Ireland, which we'll come back to as well in a minute. But there's video footage of that fire online as well this morning. And the Times Ireland edition then is a picture of Pope Francis. It was confirmed yesterday he will be coming to Ireland. He'll do a special outdoor mass in the Phoenix Park, as well as visiting Croke Park. And he's pictured on the front page of the Times Ireland edition this morning. I'll block digital tax, Bradker warns EU. And advertisers threaten to pull out of Facebook. This is after the ongoing scandal of millions of users' data which was used without their knowledge. And Mark Zuckerberg has since come out and said that Facebook are guilty of certain mistakes. So we'll see what happens. But if you're one of those Facebook people, don't turn us off. We're live now, so don't turn us off, okay? The top trends in Ireland this morning: so the Ballymun fire in Dublin last night, and the Dublin Fire Brigade, who, as I'm sure most people wouldn't be surprised to hear, did a stellar job last night and are doing a stellar job this morning. That's one of the top trends. Repeal the 8th is still trending in Ireland after the debate in Dáil Éireann yesterday. Ireland's Got Talent is trending this morning as well. The second live semi-final was on last night. And Pope Francis, for the obvious reasons, is also trending this morning. Now, some of the other stories which might be worth a mention as well is Manchester United in the news this morning. I love reading. When I get up in the morning, I always go through the Sky Sports app, and I love reading the top headlines and the newspaper headlines for transfer news and that kind of thing. Like, for instance, every single morning this week, Manchester United have been linked with Cristiano Ronaldo, Gareth Bale, selling Alexis Sanchez, all these type of things. But this morning they're in the paper for good reason as well. They've applied officially now to the FA to once again have a professional women's team. They had a team back in, I think it was 2005. I could be open to correction on that now, but it disbanded. I'm not sure why. Was it a financial thing? I don't know. But the likes of Manchester City, Arsenal, Everton, Chelsea, these all have big women's teams, and Manchester United want a piece of the action. So they've applied to have a team. I'm not sure from when, but that's one of the papers this morning. We mentioned Deck from Anton Deck. It was confirmed that he will present the Saturday Night Takeaway on his own. It's the first time he'd present on his own in his 20-year career, which is quite an amazing stat. And according to a recent study, 17 to 24-year-olds are now more confident at performing basic tasks when it comes to maintenance of a car than the older generation. Now, I know somebody who is not a qualified mechanic, but has fixed plenty of people's cars, and they're completely self-taught from YouTube. I wouldn't recommend it myself, and by the way, they've done a stellar job. They've done a fantastic job in doing it, but if something goes wrong, they're not a qualified mechanic at the end of the day. So that's one of the stories which is worth a note this morning as well. Also, this is huge news. for people like me. A headline here says, "Why people with brown eyes are trusted." It's a story that came out of Australia. When I was off, I read this, and I was reading it again last night. Somebody shared it on Facebook, so I said I'd tell you about it. Basically, people like me with lovely, amazing, dark brown eyes are far more trustworthy than people who've got lighter coloured eyes. Maybe I'll come back to that in the show this morning. And we're going to give away, seeing as I'm on my own today, Elaine is off, we're going to give away a CD pack, as we always do, for various things. But this morning, here is your answer, and the question will happen on the radio at around 7:20 this morning, okay? Websites. That's it. Active websites is the answer. Now, it's going to be a busy one. We'll do that. We'll give you a CD pack on that. We're also going to give you the chance to win a school tour for your class. So if you've got little ones in the house and they would love to go to Dingle Ocean World, one of the coolest places in Kerry, well, we've got a school tour to be won on the show this week. And also, every single morning, as well as the chance to win the school tour, we're giving away a family pass, which will admit 2 adults and 4 children to the brilliant Dingle Ocean World. So that's coming up on the show as well this morning. We have plenty of music as per usual. And as always, if you want us to mention you, you can comment on the video here, or you can text or WhatsApp 083 300 3300. It's coffee time. I need to get this down me and get cracking. Black with 1 sugar, and we've got a busy one lined up. So have a good day, mind the rain, and we'll talk to you in a few minutes.